Thank you for joining with me. We are in A Course in Miracles. This is the combined volume by the Foundation for Inner Peace, 3rd edition. We are in chapter 26, the transition. This is part 1, the sacrifice of oneness. Today I'm going to read paragraphs 1 through 4. The sacrifice of oneness. In the dynamics of attack is sacrifice a key idea. It is the pivot upon which all compromise, all desperate attempts to strike a bargain, and all conflicts achieve a seeming balance. It is the symbol of the central theme that somebody must lose. That's Gertie. Its focus on the body is apparent, for it is always an attempt to limit loss. The body is itself a sacrifice, a giving up of power in the name of saving just a little for yourself. To see a brother in another body, separate from yours, is the expression of a wish to see a little part of him and sacrifice the rest. Look at the world and you will see nothing attached to anything beyond itself. All seeming entities can come a little nearer or go a little farther off, but cannot join. The world you see is based on sacrifice of oneness. It is a picture of a complete disunity and a total lack of joining. Around each entity is built a wall so seeming solid that it looks as if what is inside can never reach without, and what is out can never reach and join with what is locked away within the wall. Each part must sacrifice the other part to keep itself complete. For if they joined, each one would lose its own identity, and by their separation are their selves maintained. The little that the body fences off becomes the self, preserved through sacrifice of all the rest, and all the rest must lose this little part, remaining incomplete to keep its own identity intact. In this perception of yourself, the body's loss would be a sacrifice indeed, for sight of bodies becomes the sign that sacrifice is limited, and something still remains for you alone. And for this little to belong to you are limits placed on everything outside, just as they are on everything you think is yours. For giving and receiving are the same, and to accept the limits of a body is to impose these limits on each brother whom you see, for you must see him as you see yourself. The body is a loss and can be made to sacrifice, and while you see your brother as a body apart from you and separate in his cell, you are demanding sacrifice of him and you. What greater sacrifice could be demanded than that God's Son perceive himself without his Father, and his Father be without his Son? Yet every sacrifice demands that they be separate and without the other. The memory of God must be denied if any sacrifice is asked of anyone. What witnesses to the wholeness of God's Son is seen within a world of separate bodies, however much he witnesses to truth. He is invisible in such a world, nor can his song of union and of love be heard at all. Yet is it given to him to make the world recede before his song, and sight of him replace the body's eyes. And I am going to stop there today. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining with me. I love you. Have a beautiful day.